Good morning. I've got an odd thing to tell you about myself today, and that is that I love pain. I will always choose, almost always, I shouldn't say always, I will almost always choose pain over pleasure if I'm going to learn something from it. If I know that there's value in it, if I know that there's something at the end of the road. I love pain, and this is why. Some people say, like, Mark, you don't love pain. You like what it gives you. And I go, actually, you know what? I've learned to appreciate it so much that I've started to really enjoy pain on some level. Now, again, this sounds really, really awkward and odd, okay? Just trust me that I've got my own weird experiences here and follow me for the next couple of minutes. The reason I love pain is because it always teaches me. I will choose pain over pleasure, like I said. So I'll give you some weird examples. I will choose, if I make a mistake in a relationship, I will choose to say sorry and to get a tongue lashing from somebody. Why? Because I remember it. When I buy clothing that doesn't fit me or I don't really like, I choose to wear it consistently after that. And the reason I do that is because every time I wear it, I'm like, I hate this clothing. It's not comfortable or whatever. It's too tight, it's too loose, whatever. And that teaches me something. The pain teaches me something. When I am, I don't know, with business decisions, I'm trying to think of some other examples that this happens to me consistently, okay? If I've got a chance to eat something and it makes me feel a little bit bad, I won't take pills for it. If I did something foolish and I get a headache, I won't take pills for it. I will choose the pain. And again, this is why. Because that pain reminds me that I did something that is not working towards my goals. And that teaches me. If I completely ignore it, we live in a culture right now where I buy the wrong size of jeans or I buy something that I don't like. Well, I can just give it away or toss it, whatever else, and I can just move on. And it doesn't cost me a lot. And that's a problem in our culture. We live in a culture where you've got a relationship with somebody, well, you just ditch them and figure out another relationship. It's easy. We live in a global economy, right? Global culture in so many ways. So it's fairly easy to do that. The problem with that is it's not teaching us. It's not teaching us. And if we don't learn, we will experience bigger pain later. If we don't learn the pain of asking for forgiveness when we've wronged somebody, then we are going to wrong people far greater in the future. If we waste money now, we're going to waste way more money in the future. If we struggle with food or diet or exercise or whatever right now, we're going to struggle with it far more in the future. And so I will choose pain now. If I can learn, if I can grow from it, I will choose pain now, and so that I don't have as much pain later. And I truly appreciate the process. I will suffer through it. And my family always laughs at me. I'll make a mistake. And they're like, why are you punishing yourself? To me, it's not punishment. It's a reminder. And this works with my brain. The way our brains work is that it's based on pain and pleasure, right? We typically work towards the pleasurable thing. Here's the problem. The people who work towards pleasure, which is almost everyone on this planet right now, the people who work towards pleasure are not learning in the process. They're choosing something that's easy. You choose something that it's hard and you will learn. Choose to have the hard conversations now. Choose to make the financially wise decisions right now. Invest rather than spend. Choose to learn in your business the way you need to now. Choose to hire people to grow your business with the little bit of money you have now so that you can grow far faster in the future. Do these things now and you won't experience the pain in the future. Choose pain now, and you will avoid pain in the future. This is a life principle that is so valuable on so many levels. I'd love to hear from you. If you've got disagreements with this, if you want to challenge me on anything, feel free to. This works really well with our brains. Our brains remember pain very well. So if I remind myself all the time, I think I told you guys maybe a year ago or something on here, but I remember I had a chocolate addiction. And so what I decided to do was just stuff myself with, okay, you like chocolate? You're going to make yourself sick on it, because I know very well that the way the brain makes the connection is, oh, I'm feeling bad and it's associated with chocolate. Now I won't desire chocolate as much. And so sure enough, I did this. I ate it was like a huge chocolate bar like this. It wasn't even really good chocolate, but I bought it because I was struggling with it, so I bought it. I ate it all. I felt sick that night. You know what? About a week or two later, it wasn't very long later, I had a craving for chocolate again. I bought another huge bar. I ate it all, right? Like within 20 minutes, within a very short period of time. And I felt sick again. After doing that a couple of times, it cured me for quite a while. Now, chocolate is something I'm going to struggle with in the future, most likely. Having said that, it helps me for the next 2 weeks or the next 4 weeks or for the next 6 months to think about that. It affects our brains. So I'm going to challenge you. Here's your action step today. Here's your action step. What is it that you need to learn? What is it, a decision that you've made that isn't a great decision and you need to learn from it? How can you suffer the natural, this is a very important concept, how do you suffer the natural consequences for the choices that you've made so that you can learn, so that you can grow? I remember my dad one time, I think I lied to somebody, or I did something wrong as a kid, and he made me go to that person's house with me. He walked with me to that person's house and apologized. I was embarrassed, I was mortified. But that was such a good experience because it taught me, hey, listen, it's not right to treat people with disrespect. It's not right to do certain things to others that affect them. It taught me a lesson. I grew because of it. What I'm going to challenge you to do is grow from your natural consequence. You don't have to punish yourself. You don't have to heap on more. But to suffer natural consequences and play it out and go, well, this is what happens when I make these choices. That's a very good thing for our brains. Try to find one situation like this. You don't have to try to go extreme right away. I can promise you, this will make an incredible difference for you. And you start to realize pain's not a big deal. Here's a second kind of benefit from this. Now, pain's not a big deal. Little things that bother a lot of people, they don't bother me. My mind has grown. And so I'm able to get more done in business and life and relationships, whatever it is, because I've been willing to go through other situations. I know this is odd. Again, feel free to give me feedback or challenge me on anything. Enjoy your day.